This story begins with our MC arriving at the capital city of Arzia. With excitement, he thought, it's here, the starting point of my career, Amon's Academy. A comprehensive educational intuition established by the Emperor, Amonis the Great. Based on its size, it has an excellent faculty and an efficient curriculum. It's a historic academy where numerous noble kids want to enter. And he, the second son of a noble family from the countryside, became a teacher in this academy. He believed he will make sure to build up his network and a family with his own hands. When he was dreaming about this, someone called him. Hey, young man, what are you doing? Hurry up and carry the luggage. What? He tried to say he was a teacher here, but his words cut short and told to put this luggage next to the table. He tried to say it again that he was a teacher, but then again was told to move to the next room. Curious, he asked, what is this for? Is the academy under some kind of remodeling or something? The person replied, what do you mean? The head of this academy failed in his investment and lost all his money, now it's went all bankrupt. What? The person asked, did you come to work without even knowing it? He replied, this is my first time hearing it. Then the person say, well, there's not much to know with temporary jobs anyway. MC tried to say, I came here as a teacher, but cut short when he saw a beggar at the academy hall. No one seems to be saying anything, and wonder if he is an employee here. And he thought, if that's the case, I'm going to hand over this luggage to this guy and run away. Hey, mister, you can't do this here. We'll finish faster if we do it together. That's my book. You brat. The person replied. MC asked, how is this yours? He replied, I'm a teacher here. What? Teacher? What do you mean? You are a teacher? This drunkard? The beggar called our MC a thief. Hey, newbie, are you insane? He replied, no, I'm not a thief nor a newbie. MC replied, I came here to become a teacher. After some time, somehow the misunderstanding was resolved. They said, they relayed the academy's suspension notice through the warp gate. Didn't you receive it? He replied, there's no way a warp gate would be in that rural estate. It took me a whole month just to get here. Anyway, they said the royal family was the one who recommended the suspension. That's the reason why most students and teachers have left. Don't worry too much. There are still people left. So it's not like it's completely ruined. In his thought he say, it's completely ruined no matter how I look. Now, this is the teacher's office. What is that smell? I see, so this person was the culprit all along. Well, you did steal my stuff. If you say that again one more time, I'll really steal it. By the way, it seems like you're discouraged by the current situation at the academy, but the staff room is, all of a sudden? I'm talking about alcohol. Alcohol? This is really tasty. Should we drink it? What the? My alcohol bottle. My head. What have you done, you brat? I am from the Viscount Drake family, located deep in the countryside. The Viscount is just a title for us. Even if it's an estate under us, it's a desperately poor family whose only territory is a small village in rough land. It's a position that I can get for you through all my connections. The contract period is 3 years. If you don't meet this period, you'll have to pay a hefty penalty. This is a matter of the existence of our Drake family. And in his mind he thought, I think I'm doomed, father. No, there is still hope. There are 2 teachers and 2 students left. Now that it has come to this, I'll need to strategize to win over the students. The heir of a prominent noble family might still be staying due to some unforeseen circumstances. There's still 1 teacher left as well. Then I can still manage to get a good connection. Unfortunately, my determination faded as neither of the 2 students became my target. First students of Amon's Academy. Boris, I don't have a place to go back to. The village disappeared 2 years ago. I see, so, he is a commoner. Second students of Amon's Academy. Chloe, I came to study here and I came from Aran Kingdom. Last year my country got defeated. Now the fallen royal family. Alright, this is my life now. I see, but you don't need to worry about anything, because I'm here. Let's endure this well together. We are all humans that have nowhere to go. I'm screwed. But guys, is that huge caterpillar on the desk your pet? That's our swordsmanship teacher. I see. Swordsman teacher called him. New guy. Me? Yeah, the principal was looking for you. You should go. And kids, if your self-study time is over, then you can go back now. Is that really a teacher? What kind of school principal hires such a lunatic for a teacher? I gotta see it with my own eyes. Nice to meet you. I'm Ariel, the school principal. MC introduced himself and we got to know his name. I'm Amon from the Viscount Drake family, who will be starting today. What? She looks surprisingly normal, and an elf? That magazine? It's not the common language, is it the elf's language? Then she asked, Mr. Amon. He replied, ah, yes. She asked, between Jojihu and Steel Slug. Which one sounds better? He thought, what kind of question is that all of a sudden? Steel Slug? Alright, then 10 gold coins on the Steel Slug. Wait, don't tell me that's a horse racing magazine? Horse racing? How could a noble elf be involved in such a barbaric thing? Right? I must have been mistaken. She replied, they're racing snails. Ha, what? Oh, you don't know? It's a sensational sport among elves these days, where giant snails race up the world tree. Since there's a race coming up, I was looking into investment opportunities. At that moment, a thought flashed through Amon's mind. This academy went bankrupt because the principal lost all the money in a failed investment. You're betting with the operating funds, aren't you? She replied, I'll pay it back when I win. What are you doing? You're gambling with the academy's operating funds? And you call yourself the principal? She replied, Steel Slug. If Steel Slug wins, we can multiply our money 50 times. MC reply, the chances of winning are low. You know that. Don't underestimate the potential of the players. Why do you care about the future of the snails but not the academy's future? If you're going to gamble, do it with your own money. My magazine, give it up. I won't tolerate using the operating funds for such gambling. But I need to win to invest. Invest? Wait, what investment? What were you planning to invest in? Dragon banana orchard. Dragon banana are considered the finest of crops. It takes 3 years to sprout and 12 years to bear fruit, requiring a significant amount of time to cultivate. By human standards, if we wait just 15 years, we can multiply the academy's funds by 10 times. Average lifespan of the elf race, over 1,000 years. Really? Just 15 years? Yes, you block-headed elf, just wait and see. Amon is now determined to escape this crappy academy no matter what, even if it means bringing down the academy. The next day, Madam, this is Amon Drake, she said, come in, and ask what business do you have with this stubborn elf? MC notice she is sulking. Then MC say, I have been thinking about the investments made by you, headmaster. It seems unlikely that the headmaster, who leads this prestigious academy, would spend a large sum of money on snail racing merely for her own amusement. And continue by saying, if she does, it would only be a means for the academy's future, right? She reply, why yes, of course. And MC say, I foolishly insulted you, calling you stubborn, without realizing this. I sincerely apologize. I'll let it slide this time, but be careful in the future. And then he say, by the way, I've become a bit interested in snail racing. Since it is popular among wise elves who live long lives, I think it might be considered a high-class culture, perhaps even an art form. Then the elf reply, then, Mr. Amon, let's go watch it together now. With confusion he ask, huh? Watch what? And she reply, the snail race. The elf race, living in the heart where the world tree is located, is known for being divine and beautiful. But that image, could it be just a rumor made up by someone? In MC's perspective, they are acting like a barbarians and not like divine and beautiful at all. They are not elves, just crazy wild. Then he asked, excuse me, headmaster, Mr. Amon? Yes, it's Amon. By the way, is this starting or not? And she reply, it's already started. I don't see any difference though. She reply, nonsense. Elf's perspective. Just now, Hannah Slug made a move. She got overtaken. Human's perspective. What overtook what? I want to go home. I want to go home. Then the announcer say, today, all players' condition is looking good. It's a situation where we can't predict the winner. They keep overtaking each other. And MC say, yes, this match, I really can't predict the outcome. So slow, will it even finish today? An announcer say, I hope our players show the results of their hard work and dedication. MC say in his mind, they don't have bones. Again announcer say, Hannah Slug is showing a bit of a lag compared to the start. And MC say, I'm tired. Few hours ago. She say, look, that's the super mom, the snail that won last time. I still vividly remember it climbing up the world tree with such energy. And Amon ask, did you win? So, you bet on another one. She reply with affirmative. So, these are the snail competitors for this race? Are these numbers the odds of winning? That's right. And these are Jojihu and Steel Slug. Do you know why I took notice of these two? In his mind, absolutely not. And continue to say, as expected, you have insight, but I think this one will be good. She reply, Hannah Slug is not good. It's the weakest one in this race. And MC say, that's why you should bet on this one, because of the sorrow of being the weakest. What? He made up a story. Hannah Slug is also a professional who entered the world tree through rigorous training. Nevertheless, the public's view is nothing but evaluation and contempt as the weakest. The reason for her not achieving results is largely due to such psychological factors. However, such slumps can be broken through others' expectations and trust. It means that Hannah Slug could be transformed into a proud winning snail, with this small belief of ours. Moreover, the odds are 500 to 1. If you belong to the Great Forest Tribe, you should play big. You're right. Then let's bet on Hannah Slug. Then MC here, what is it? Who's crying so loudly? And ask himself, has the race already ended? He saw the headmaster cry so sorrowfully, it seems the academy's fate is sealed. He thought, it's all going according to plan. If the academy goes bankrupt, I can go home without any penalty fees. Then he say, headmaster, please calm down. What can we do now? Let's return to the academy first and discuss future plans. Depending on the situation, even the closure of the academy. As he about to say something, the announcer announced, the winner of this race is Hannah Slug. What? Then announcers say, amazingly, there was only one person who predicted Hannah Slug's victory. Because of this, Hannah Slug requested to shake hands with the person who believed in her. Whoever bet on Hannah Slug, please come forward to the world tree. He can't believe this as he screamed in his mind. MC asked, do you want to shake hands? But he got a big hug. And get a picture with the winner. Then principal say, a handshake and hug with the snail racer, it's a reward in the industry. Headmaster, aren't you curious about the elf who died young? By the way, what are you going to do with the 5,000 gold you won today? Of course, I will use it for operating expenses. That's a relief. I thought you would spend it all on, invest in another snail race. I am the headmaster of the prestigious Amon's Academy after all. Do you think I am a gambling addict? In his mind he say, then, are you not? Then principal say, she want to restore the current declining academy to its former glory. Since the imperial support has been cut off, we have to independently raise operating funds and attract students and teachers. Do you understand my intention? So, you want to invest? Yes. This stubborn elf must be really crazy. What? Did you call me stubborn again? I agree that we cannot revive the academy through normal means. Actually, the investment itself is not wrong. What's important is the direction. Let's be careful this time, so that your wish come true. Gold Road Trading Company, Blatten Temple Construction Project? Mr. Amon, what do you think of this? It looks good. Not really. What? Are you sure? Look at where the temple will be built. It's a newly developed territory. In other words, it lacks infrastructure. There might be rampant heretics and strong opposition from the natives. I see. As expected of you, Mr. Amon. You're too kind. Then, I am going to the bathroom. Excuse me, I will invest 2 gold in the Blatten Temple construction project. Amon's current total assets is 3 gold. Even if it's not immediately profitable, it's a promising investment for the future. There are many followers, and once the temple dedicated to the war god Blatten is established, there will be many benefits. I don't know if the headmaster saw through all this, but we can't let it succeed. Mr. Amon, were you very urgent? Your expression has brightened. It was a bit urgent. But more importantly, I think you should look at this, Mr. Amon. I don't really understand it. What? Can you really leave it to me? If it weren't for Mr. Amon, we wouldn't have this opportunity. I'll trust you with it. Then I'll give you the opportunity to go bankrupt together. This seems good. She replied, King of Mango? Do you know what this is? The high-end crop that you just called me a fool for, it's on the level of dragon banana. Yes, it takes 2 years just to sprout and 5 years to bear fruit. But why on earth? Again he made up. Think about it. Would the imperial side really want to keep a failing academy around? Well, that's why I opposed the Dragon Banana project. 15 years is too big a risk to bear blindly. On the other hand, King of Mango takes 7 years to cultivate. That's less than half the time of Dragon Banana. We just need to endure for 7 years to withstand the pressure from the imperial side to not close the academy. But isn't 7 years long time for humans? Yes, that's right. Then isn't it a difficult time for you to endure as well, Mr. Amon? In his mind, will I endure it? I plan to ruin the academy with this and run away. He continued to say, for a human, that's probably true. Then he say, but still, won't you be the one to protect the academy until the end? So this investment will be an investment solely for the headmaster and the academy. Then now let's decide the investment amount. Let's invest 4,900 gold, leaving 100 gold as the minimum operating cost. Total assets, 5,000 gold. Wow, indeed. I am naturally impressed by the headmaster's decision. She's really going all out. King of Mango Farm. Is that true? Yes, farm owner. Heaven has helped us. The next morning, in front of Amoni's academy. What? What is this mail about? Blatten Temple construction project, notice to investors. To the kind investor, from the King of Mango Farm owner. The beggar teacher passing by, as he say the food was delicious again today. And that tavern owner sure knows how to pick his drinks. Then he notice MC and say, why is there a black dog sleeping here? And he say, here, have a snack. And throw a smelly seafood. And told himself, I earned 10 points for good deeds today. So, let's have one more bottle. Then principal arrive and say with worry, Professor Amon. My goodness, Professor Amon, why are you sleeping here? She saw the smelly seafood and say, what's that smell of rotting seafood? You must have been really hungry several minutes ago. What is this? Greetings, esteemed investor. I am the owner of the King of Mango Farm. We are incredibly grateful for your generous investment and immense interest in King of Mango. Thank you, our deepest gratitude. Our farm has recently developed a new cultivation method that shortens the growth period of King of Mango to just 1 year. Accordingly, we will transfer a portion of the net profits to you in next 10 years. P.S. We would like to offer a sample of the King of Mango to our generous investor for an early taste. May only brilliant light shine on your path, esteemed investor. And this, a notice to the investors of the Blatten Temple construction project. The construction of the temple has been cancelled due to riots by heretics, resistance from existing tribes, and extreme instability in the newly established territory. And we ask for the understanding of on investors as the trading company responsible for the construction has also gone bankrupt. He shout, cancelled? No. My precious 2 gold. And he collapsed to the ground. In the present moment, here is the King of Mango Elf-style smoothie. Professor Amon, you should have told us if you were hungry. Thank you. Wait, what are you suddenly saying? Then she say, never mind, just try it. He reply, alright then, so effing delicious. There's no way the mango business can fail like this. I was wrong, my life is over. She then reply, oh, right, Professor Amon. I will give you 1 gold as a special bonus. The success of the King of Mango investment owes a lot to you. He reply, thank you. She then say, I'd love to give you more, but I can't freely use the academy's operating funds. In his mind, he say, excuse me, weren't you the one who spent 10 gold on a snail race? Anyway, with the funding secured, it won't be easy to let the academy fail. Since I'm bound by a 3-year contract, it's better to save the academy instead. But how am I supposed to save an academy where all the staff are out of their minds? Our school's fate depends on the snails. Headmaster gambler. Wine. I drink it for the taste. Teacher 1 drunkard. Self-study. Teacher 2 lazy bone. Oh my, you startled me. The table is really going to collapse, I tell you. Then someone asked, a youngster coming here in broad daylight, is something wrong? MC reply, so there's this job that I barely managed to get, but my boss and all my colleagues are crazy. I feel hopeless about my future. Oh, you are the thief. And he say, aren't you the newbie? MC reply, what? Who knew I'd see you here? In MC's mind he say, I hope he didn't hear what I just said. Mind if I sit next to you for a bit? Although I'm one of those crazy people you just mentioned. He heard it, didn't he? Senior, come to think of it, we haven't introduced ourselves yet. I'm Amon Drake. Ah, I am Marion, the magic class instructor. He shout when MC shake hands with him, and say, you. Even if you don't like me, how could you try to crush my hand? By the way, your name is Mario Awar? Ahem, it's Marion Rumdum. Marion Rumdum? That name sounds familiar. So, Amon, why were you sighing so deeply? Because the future of our academy looks bleak. What do you think is the fundamental role of the academy? It's to nurture students, isn't it? He reply, yes it is. And say, as long as there are students, the academy's future won't be bleak. Even if there are only 2 of them. Senior Marion. He says it so confidently, even with a drunken face. But right now, running the academy itself is difficult. Without the support of the royal family. What is this? An announcement for the Emperor's Young Sailors contest? How long has it been since this academy fell apart, and you still have this posted? Take it down immediately. Yes, sir. MC say, wait. Currently, the academy's biggest challenge is the royal decree recommending the suspension of operations. But what if we achieve good results in the contest hosted by His Majesty the Emperor? If we can achieve that, they might revoke the recommendation to suspend operations. MC say, wait a minute, give me that poster. Thank you for your hard work today. See you tomorrow. Boss, did you see the crack on the table near the counter? Ha, What do you mean? That table is supposed to be unbreakable. Who could have possibly broken it? There's still some time left before the contest, so I decided to observe my fellow teachers' classes for now. First period swordsmanship class training grounds. Hello, senior. Senior is sleeping. I'm Amon Drake, the new recruit here for observation. What is your name? She reply, Sloth, Feeder. Feeder, I've heard of that name. The head of their family is a grand swordmaster, and all direct descendants are renowned swordmasters as well. If that's the case, this person must be quite skilled. So why is he like this? By the way, senior, do you know it's class time right now? Okay, I get it. Stop poking me. Why should I work when the academy is in ruins and there's no salary? And you're ridiculously strong too. What do you mean there's no salary? Here is your weekly salary, senior. Surprisingly, Sloth's teaching skills were not bad. Boris, put more strength in your stepping foot. Yes, teacher. Chloe, relax your wrist a bit. You're too tense. Yes, teacher. Everything's good. But why is she hugging that sleeping bag? Is she hiding snacks inside it? Amon, you said you don't have a subject to teach yet, right? Ah, yes. The headmaster thinks it's better to observe the situation for a while. What subject would you like to teach? Personally, I'd like to teach history. I've enjoyed reading history books since I was young. General academics? Well, it suits him. He's not very sturdy but has an average build. Judging by his walk and posture, it doesn't seem like he's learned swordsmanship. She asked, You've never learned swordsmanship, have you? Huh, how did you know? I haven't learned it formally. Then why not take this opportunity to learn? Are you trying to dump everything on me? Then she hit MC, and after that, if a senior like you teaches me, I would gratefully learn. That's the spirit. In MC's mind he say, learning swordsmanship from a feeder family member will surely be beneficial. In her mind she say, annoying junior, I'll teach him a lesson and then dump my classes on him. Alright, let's spar. MC then ask, wait a minute, you're going to spar while hugging a sleeping bag? She reply, it's just a light spar, don't worry. In her mind she say, I can easily handle you by just using my one hand. But she underestimate the MC. What's happening? Why is he so fast? I can't sense any mana either. Even so, he's just a beginner who only got speed. No need to panic. Ah, darn it, the sleeping bag. Then she say, hey, wait, time out. Stop, don't come closer. I said, don't come closer. MC then say, see, I told you to put down the sleeping bag. This is really, I don't want to use sword aura against a civilian, but, given the situation, I'll have to play dirty. Sword aura, that's an aura blade, exclusive to sword masters. No, it's sword aura. Really? I've never seen it before, so I didn't know. You've never seen sword aura? Where are you even from? I'm from the Drake estate in the Arma Mountains. What? The Arma Mountains are at the edge of the continent. There's an estate there? An estate. It's not at the edge of the continent. There's a plain beyond the mountains. That's the Garden of Silence. That's why it's considered the end of the continent. So you came all the way from the Arma Mountains to here? Yes, it took me about 2 weeks on foot. In her mind she say, even riding a horse would take 2 weeks. Isn't that area full of monsters? It's a pain to talk about. They break our potato field fences every day. Ogres, trolls, dragonkin. How do you deal with all of them? We kill them. What? Should we let them live? Then she asked, you said it was your first time seeing sword aura. It seems like your estate doesn't have knights, so how do you kill them? Why would we need knights? We just chop them down with an axe. What? What is this guy? What kind of person is he? He thought, did I say something wrong? He asked, why do you look like that, senior? And asked, I don't know what happened, but it's about time you taught me swordsmanship. She reply, no, I won't teach you. And say, alright, guys, let's start the class. They reply, yes, master. In MC's thought he think, what on earth? Second period, Marian's magic theory class. He asked them, where did we leave off last time? They reply, we've covered up to page 21 in magic studies. That's right, Boris, you remember well. Now, open your textbooks. In MC's thought he think, that's strange. He continue to teach them. And ask, then, what is the key to the magic circle that facilitates the flow of mana? You said it's the vertices of the pentagram, which is the center of the magic circle. And MC questioned himself, why is he so good? Excellent, Boris. According to the analysis of Archmage Yamagoto Morlin, who developed this magic circle, the mana orbit of the circle is, it will be hard to understand if I just explain it with words, so, I'll just show it to you guys. MC think, is it okay to use magic when he is this drunk? Yeah, come to think of it, the name Marian Rumdum. He continued, and say, alright, did everyone see that? This is how this magic works in practice. They wow in amazement. MC remember when he saw it in the newspaper. A magician affiliated with the famous Magic Tower. During the final battle, he single-handedly destroyed an entire troop of enemy knights. The war hero Marion Rumdum, that's what the article called him. His face is almost similar to the portrait in the newspaper, although he looks a bit older. So, that's why he was able to give such a great lecture while being this drunk. It would be perfect if it weren't for that damn drink. At that time, a certain assumption crossed Amon's mind. If he teaches so well even when he's drunk, wouldn't he be able to teach better when he's not drunk? He asked, Mr. Marion. He reply, huh? Something wrong? MC say, I have something to ask. Could we go out for a moment? In Marion's thought, what's this? Just when I was about to get to the good part, he thought, it's suspicious no matter how I look at it, and about to say, no. MC dragged him outside. He asked, why are you dragging me out when you can ask the question right here? He reply, I'm doing this for your own dignity. And then he say, what you're doing is a violation of that dignity. You're crazy. MC reply, you're calling me crazy? Where can you find a loyal junior like me? And then he say to student, everyone, use this time to take notes. They reply with affirmative. And outside the door, the teacher scream in agony and say, why did you hit my stomach suddenly? You should respect the elderly. And MC say, you are still a middle-aged man. The students are in horror from the sound coming from outside. Oh my god, my stomach. It's hurting like crazy. MC reply, sorry, hitting the stomach is a way to sober up in my homeland. I've never heard of such barbaric methods in my life. I'm really sorry, in my hometown, it's a common method we use. What kind of crazy person taught you something so barbaric? This is the method my father taught me. Then he say, this is an incredibly effective method. Thanks to you, I completely sobered up. MC say, really? Well then, let's continue the class. Alright, time to show me your real skills. Archmage Amagoto Moreland doesn't know anything. No, wait, Ah, that's right. What is the basis of human magic? No, was it someone else? Therefore, no way. Can he only teach properly if he's drunk? The tip of the magic circle, this point, there's a lot of mana here. What do you do when you have a lot of mana? What the dog face is this nonsense? Okay, students, just wait a moment. Don't drink in front of your students. Alright, with the magic circle developed by Archmage Amagoto Moreland, human magic grew exponentially, and there's another person who enhanced this magic circle. His name is Jado Moreland. Understood? Jado Moreland, come on. How can you not know his name? Anyway, it will be on the test, so make sure to memorize it. Archmage Jado Moreland. Let's take a look at the composition of the magic circle he reinforced. Well, as long as he teaches them well. Oh my gosh, come on. After all, drinking right after class is the best. Senior Marion, I have something to ask you. You again? Are you going to use that method again? Please, I'm being serious this time. Senior, could you be the Marion Rumdum who fought in the Great War? You know me? I've heard a lot about you. I apologize for being rude earlier. Ahem, I have a laid-back personality, so don't worry about it. My head and stomach do hurt a bit though. Isn't that because you are hungover? And I have a question about something from the lecture earlier. Oh, what is it? This is the mana reinforcement circle developed by Mr. Amagoto. The vertices of the pentagram is the key. But according to Sir Jado's revision, wouldn't efficiency be halved if the mana flow trajectory is off? So, if we make the vertices to form a square, we can simplify the magic circle and align it with the revision, right? Have you studied magic before? My father is a magician, so I learned a bit of theory from a young age. In his mind he say, reporting this to the magic tower would at least earn him a first-class commendation. He can spot errors at a glance just by learning a bit of theory? Not to mention he even came up with an improvised revision. Hey, what do you know? You scared me. What? I guess I'll just leave. No, wait, what was that? The instructors and the quality of teaching in both the swordsmanship and magic theory classes were good, but they need special training. I hate to admit it, but the children's abilities are significantly lower than the teachers. At this rate, it'll be a miracle to even get a participation award. By the way, this academy restaurant is so damn good. It's incredible to get a meal at an affordable price, especially something that I could only eat on birthdays. Let's see, where do I sit? To ease the awkwardness from earlier and to strengthen camaraderie with my fellow teachers, let's sit with them. But they ignore him. Workplace bullying? Anyway, you agree, right? He said he killed high-rank monsters without learning swordsmanship or even using mana. if he were to learn them both. I agree. He proposed a theory worthy of earning him a first-class commendation just by learning a bit of magic theory from his father. If he were to learn magic properly, my livelihood, God's workplace, is in danger. That was the moment the Amon Comparative Education Federation was established, forbidding teaching any techniques to Amon. Hi guys, can I join you? Of course, teacher. He say, you both had a hard time in morning class. They reply, you worked hard too, teacher. In MC's mind he say, you guys are the only ones who appreciate my hard work, and ask, do you guys know about the contest that will be held soon? Yes, we know. Would you like to participate? Ha, us? Yes, it will be a good experience. And experience is something that lasts a lifetime. How about it? Why don't we gather some experience together instead of just amassing wealth? I'll pass. There's no way I can compete with nobles. A commoner like me. Boris. There are so many noble-born commoners in the empire. That's what makes them amazing. I made a mistake. What can a commoner like me do? Who would have thought the person I believe to be the most sane would turn out to be so self-deprecating? Boris. Your teacher's nickname when he was young was Amon, the cowardly weakling. In his mind he say, actually, that's not true. My childhood nickname was Firefist Amon. With just one punch, I was revered by the villagers. But look at me now. I've become a teacher at the academy, right? Not anyone can become a teacher. Again in his mind he say, not really, in today's academic world, looks like anyone and everyone including cows and dogs can become a teacher. But you come from a noble family, right? Still, isn't it a big deal to become a teacher here? Besides, if you participate in competitions and work hard, you might be able to become a nobleman. If you become a noble, you can have delicious meat every day, just like me. No, the staple food in our estate was potatoes. Becoming a noble. What do you think? Don't you want to become a noble? I want to become a noble. You are a student with a desire to succeed. I'm glad you stayed true to your purpose of coming to the academy. I'm glad the sacrifice of meat was worth it. There are no classes in the afternoon, right? I'll give you special lessons. I'll also teach you history and general studies every other day. Really? Then, you must work hard for it, right? Yes, I'll do my best. Chloe, you too. Teacher, Chloe is scared. To be precise, she is scared of people. The competition will have hundreds and thousands of spectators. I should do something about this. Chloe, you don't have to force yourself. I want to participate. I want to overcome my fear. Yes, Chloe. You two will become a stepping stone for my success. Well then, let's take a short break after lunch and meet up at the training hall. Yes, Mr. Amon. At this time, neither Boris nor Chloe were aware of the dangerous path they have chosen.